What if I told you tomorrow never existed? What if you woke up today to realize there is no later, no second chance, no opportunity waiting just around the corner? Take a moment and look around. All the dreams you postponed, the words you didn't say, the goals you convinced yourself you could start tomorrow. What if they all vanished? Because guess what? Tomorrow was never promised. It's a lie we've told ourselves to feel safe, to feel like there's still time to fix things, to chase the life we've put on hold. But here's the cold truth. There is no tomorrow. It's an illusion, a trap. Think about it. How many times have you pushed your life forward, saying, tomorrow I'll be different. Tomorrow I'll start fresh. Tomorrow I'll make things right. And how many tomorrows have passed, and you're still standing exactly where you were? It's time to wake up. Today isn't the warm-up act, it's the show. We live like there's always more time, more hours, more days, more years. But let me ask you this. Do you even remember the last day that actually mattered? Do you even know what it's like to live with urgency, like your actions today determine whether you win or lose? Most people don't. We float through life as if we've got endless chances to turn it all around. But the truth is, we don't. The clock is ticking. Faster than you think, you don't even realize it. Every day you let pass by without meaning is a day wasted, a day closer to the end. But here's the thing, most people don't feel it. They don't feel the weight of each second slipping away, like sand through their fingers. They're numb, comfortably numb in their routines, thinking they'll break free tomorrow. But there is no tomorrow. The life you're living right now is the only life you've got. If you don't take action today, right now, you're going to wake up one day and realize it's too late. That tomorrow you were counting on will never come. There's a reason why people cling to the idea of tomorrow. It's easier. It's easy to say, I'll do it later, because it removes the responsibility from today. It gives you a sense of relief. I'll be better tomorrow. I'll change later. But deep down, you know it's a lie, don't you? You push everything important into that future space because it's less frightening than dealing with it now. Confronting your shortcomings, your failures, your lost opportunities. It hurts. It's uncomfortable. So, you delay it. You tell yourself you'll be stronger, smarter, and more capable tomorrow. But let me break something to you. You won't be. Tomorrow will be just like today if you don't act. In fact, every day you delay, you become weaker. Procrastination doesn't protect you. It destroys you from the inside out. Every "I'll do it tomorrow" chips away at your spirit, your ambition, your potential. You start believing you're not capable of change, that you're trapped in your own life. And soon, you become numb. You stop fighting. You stop living. You just exist. What happens when the tomorrows finally run out? When you wake up and realize you've wasted days, months, years, waiting for the right time, the right moment, regret. It's the heaviest burden to carry because it's filled with the weight of all the things you could have done, but didn't. Regret isn't about what you failed at. It's about the opportunities you never even took. The life you never lived because you always thought there'd be more time. You'll look back and realize that while you were waiting for tomorrow, today slipped right past you, and you can't get it back. Time is merciless. It doesn't care about your plans, your excuses, your dreams. It just keeps moving, and if you're not keeping up with it, you'll be left behind. Imagine the pain of looking at your life and knowing you could have been so much more, but you wasted it all waiting for tomorrow. Imagine the relationships you could have built, the battles you could have won, the version of yourself that could have thrived, but didn't, because you were too afraid to act today. Here's the truth most people can't handle. Your life is happening right now. This second, this breath, this heartbeat. This is all you've got. Tomorrow doesn't exist. Yesterday is dead. The only thing real is now. And what you do with now defines everything. There's power in urgency. There's power in realizing that your time is limited. When you stop waiting for tomorrow, you start living today. When you embrace the reality that today might be your last chance, You become fearless. You start making decisions that matter. You stop caring about failure because you understand that the greatest failure is doing nothing. When you act as if there is no tomorrow, you become alive. The truth is, most people are terrified of this mindset. It forces them to confront the fact that they've been wasting time, that their comfort is killing them, that every day they delay is a day they can't get back. But you have a choice. You can either continue to live in the delusion of tomorrow, or you can wake up and realize that today is all you have. So what do you do now? You take ownership. You stop blaming time, circumstances, or other people for why you aren't where you want to be. The truth is, the only person holding you back is you. Every time you've said tomorrow instead of now, you've made a choice to stay where you are instead of moving forward. But here's the thing about ownership. It's empowering. The moment you take responsibility for your life is the moment you realize you have the power to change it. No more excuses, no more delays. You become the author of your story, and every decision you make from here on out becomes a chapter. Start today, not tomorrow. Start with the smallest decision, the smallest action. You don't need a grand plan. You just need to begin. The first step is always the hardest, but it's the only way forward. Because the reality is, if you don't start today, you won't start at all. There is no perfect time. There is no right moment. There is only now. Let tomorrow die. Let go of the illusion that there will always be more time. Accept the fact that your time is limited, and because of that, every moment is precious. When you stop living for tomorrow, you start living for today. You start making decisions that matter. You stop caring about things that waste your time. You focus on what's important, on what drives you, on what makes you come alive. The death of tomorrow is not a loss. It's freedom. It frees you from the shackles of procrastination, from the weight of regret. It forces you to live with intention, to act with urgency, to be relentless in your pursuit of the life you deserve. Tomorrow is the biggest lie you've ever been told. It's a comforting fantasy, but it's also a trap that keeps you from living. There is no tomorrow. All you have is today, this moment. So what are you going to do with it? Are you going to keep waiting, keep pushing your dreams, your goals, your life further into the future? Or are you going to wake up, seize control, and live like tomorrow doesn't exist? Because it doesn't. Your time is now. But why is it so hard? Why do so many people refuse to live in the present? Because facing today means confronting everything you've been avoiding. It means looking yourself in the mirror and acknowledging the truth. The truth that you're not where you want to be, that you've made mistakes, that you've wasted time. And that's terrifying. Most people would rather live in the fantasy of tomorrow because it lets them ignore the uncomfortable reality of today. They can hide from their failures, their fears, their pain. They tell themselves they'll deal with it later, that they'll get better, stronger, smarter, tomorrow. But every time you avoid today, you let that fear grow. It becomes a shadow that follows you, looming larger with every passing hour. The truth is, facing today takes courage. It takes guts to admit that you've been wasting your potential, that you've let comfort rule your life. But if you can't face that reality, you're doomed to repeat it. Every single day. Fear is the reason you cling to tomorrow. But that fear is also the key to your freedom. Because once you face it, once you confront it head on, it loses its power over you. You realize that the monster you've been running from is just an illusion, a creation of your own mind. Imagine for a second that you knew today was your last day on Earth. How would you live? What would you do differently? Who would you speak to? What would you finally say, the things you've been holding back for years? Now ask yourself, why aren't you living that way right now? If you knew your time was running out, the excuses would disappear. You wouldn't care about failure, about what people think, about playing it safe. You would act. You would live with purpose, with intention. Every moment would matter. Every breath would be significant. That's how you should be living every single day. Because the truth is, you don't know how much time you have left. None of us do. We all live under this false assumption that we've got years, decades even, to figure it all out. But life doesn't work that way. People die every day with their dreams still inside them, with words left unsaid, with potential wasted. Don't let that be you. The urgency to live isn't just about cramming your life with meaningless activity. It's about living with meaning, with clarity, with focus. It's about making sure that whatever you do today matters, that it pushes you forward, that it shapes you into the person you were always meant to be. Look at your life. Is it filled with passion, purpose, and drive? Or is it just a series of routines, habits, and mindless repetition? Wake up, go to work, come home, sleep, repeat. Most people are stuck in a loop. They do the same thing every day, living the same day over and over again like a broken record. But here's the thing about routines. They're comfortable. They keep you numb. They keep you from thinking too much, from feeling too much. But they're also chains. They trap you in a life of mediocrity, a life where nothing changes, where every day is just a repeat of the last. And before you know it, years have gone by, and you're still stuck in the same place, still waiting for that magical tomorrow when everything will change. It won't. Breaking free from routine takes effort. It takes the willingness to step into discomfort, to break patterns, to challenge yourself. But once you do, you realize that life isn't meant to be lived in a straight line. It's meant to be messy, unpredictable, and full of growth. You don't grow in comfort. You grow in chaos, in challenge, in moments where you're forced to confront yourself, your fears, your limitations. So stop living on autopilot. Wake up, break the routine. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. Here's the hard truth. Everything you're waiting for, success, happiness, fulfillment, it's all on the other side of action. And that action, it has to happen today. You've been waiting for a sign, for the right moment, for someone to come along and push you. But no one is coming. There is no right moment. The only person who can make the choice is you. Right now, it's easier to stay in the dark, to stay comfortable, to keep waiting for tomorrow. But easy never made anyone great. Easy never built empires. Easy never changed lives. Easy is for the people who are content with mediocrity, who are okay with just existing, floating through life like ghosts. But that's not you. You know there's more to life than what you've been living. You feel it in your bones, that restlessness, that dissatisfaction with the ordinary. You want more, but you've been afraid to go after it because you keep telling yourself tomorrow. Today, that stops. Today, you make the choice. The choice to step into the unknown, to embrace the discomfort, to live like there's no tomorrow. Because the reality is, there isn't. All you have is today, and what you do with it will define the rest of your life. So ask yourself, what are you going to do? Are you going to keep waiting for the life you want to magically appear, or are you going to get up, take control, and create it? Are you going to keep making excuses, or are you going to look in the mirror and say, this is my time and I'm not wasting another second? The choice is yours, that's all. I'm out. By the way, if you want to level up in life, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.